Hey guys, it's a Casual Knife here, and I have an Evolution to Combat video for you. So, with the old combat system still in Runescape, I was thinking, why would they change the evolution, or like, why would they add the evolution to combat into the game? This combat system's been the same since like 2000 or whenever RuneScape Classic was out, and I'm like, well, now, why would they change something that's always been part of the game? But then I realized, what am I missing out on? At first when I was skeptical about this whole thing, like, what am I missing out on? You click on an enemy and watch it die, and then you pretty much just like, okay, pick up stuff, move on to the next one. Or you go to your Slayer task, you put Prey whatever on, and you just sit there and you AFK and let things attack you. So I'm like, well, I guess I'm not losing out on much with this evolution of combat. So let's give it another look. Let's see how it goes. And since then, wow, I'm very impressed by this. I really enjoy how they made combat a lot more interactive, and they made combat a lot more strategic. Where before, especially for Slayer tasks, you'd use the same exact set of armor for every single Slayer task you had. And that's no fun. Oh crap, no! I'm gonna need to get used to this momentum ability. I always use my abilities on accident. Here, you know what? I got it here. So I'm gonna hit Shift 2, Shift 2, make an entire new thing, and then here's what I'll do. There, momentum, that's it. Now I will not physically be able to use anything else. So yeah, I really like how with the abilities you can chain different abilities together to make others more effective. Like this one binds them, and then this one you get extra bonus damage for attacking an enemy that is actually bound. So then, you can combo different things together like that, and, I like how they changed up the weaknesses of all the monsters. So, one Slayer task, you're going to need to use magic, the next you're going to need to use ranged, and maybe some other ones you're going to need to use a crush weapon, or a slash weapon, or a stab weapon, and I really enjoy how they changed everything up like that, Like I said before, you'd use your rapier and just tear through everything, but now in order to do that, you need to use different combat styles. Which I know, I guess, from a PK perspective, I can see why that'd be a problem, because a lot of these PKers have specific stats for this, and, they'll have very high strength, maybe a little bit lower attack, very low defense, and now that's very hard to do. Especially with the defense, because you don't get as high of a life point bonus, because one, you can't wear higher armors, and two, because then you're going to get hit more. So I kind of feel bad for them in that way, especially for peers. But from a PVM point of view and Slayer point of view, this is great. I really like how it's a lot more strategic, so that you actually have to think about what you're going to use as a setup. And so hopefully it'll add a little bit of diversity in the game. You'll actually have to ask people, hey, that's a pretty cool setup you got there. What are you using? If they seem to be doing well and stuff. I think I'm gonna have to start healing up here soon. So get my shield on and start doing that. So one of my biggest concerns about the evolution of combat, when I first heard about it, is what's gonna happen when I first figured out that protection prayers weren't going to completely protect you from these different attack styles, and especially because, like, everything's multi. Well, how am I ever going to camp a Slayer task ever again? I'm gonna have to bank 4 times in a Slayer task just to stay alive, because I'm gonna need all that food. But then I sort of learned, like, oh, hey, this rejuvenate ability, that's pretty helpful. So maybe to get the most defense out of everything, or to get the most offense out of everything, I can bring a second crossbow and then have a shield switch. And so that's what I'm doing right now, and this works quite well. I'm telling you. So, I really enjoy how they sort of balanced everything out and made them. So yeah, now you can't use protection prayers completely to just be immortal for however long you pot up for. Where now it's going to take some thinking and stuff. So I'm like, thank you. So here I'm just going to use a couple of these last abilities and go ahead, switch over to this, go over to here, and get that momentum-ish going. Momentum is another thing that I really like. So another thing that I was sort of worried about is, well, now everything's going to be slower combat, I'm going to have to pay more attention to everything, but with this momentum ability that really changes everything. So now, I thought, you're going to have to sit there for an hour for your Slayer task and be like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 5, 6, 7, 2, 4, 1, 5, but now you don't have to do that with this momentum ability. You can just get up and sort of half AFK your task until you need to heal up, switch to your shield. So I applaud Jagex for doing that, because RuneScape has always been a pretty chill game where, do your homework or whatever and have this open in another tab and you can just sort of do whatever. So yeah, so overall I'm going to end this video. Overall I'm really enjoying this for now, and we'll see how I still like it in a couple of weeks here, but I applaud Jagex for this update. I thought they really did a good job. And another thing, just real quick, is I thought it was maybe a little rushed when they were, they were first talking about it being out in February or something, but, it seems like they got their ish together and got this out here even though it was rushed. It seems to be pretty whole for the most part. I have only done this Slayer task, so who knows, maybe there's some sort of glitch in it, but, good job, Jagex. Thank you for this update, and I will see you guys in another video. Leave a comment on what you think of this whole update, and see you later.